Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Graf the Giraffe, also known as Dak737, and welcome to the home opener of the National COD Amateur Association, as we have an incredible matchup coming our way, as we have the Night Marcher Esports going up against both of these names are very interesting. Asgard Okami. This should be an absolutely incredible matchup. I believe it was the Night Marchers who finished at fourth place in last season, coming into that last season. So I'm curious to see how they are going to do and pull this one out. But both of these teams are going to be absolutely incredible. We have so much Call of Duty content to bring it tonight, and hopefully it will go to the distance, go to the game fives, because I all know that we love the hype. But let's talk about the teams here real quick. So on the side of Asgard, we have Pain, Pride, Skies, and Yans. All these players are relatively new to me. I believe this is a kind of a new formed squad, so we'll have to see how the new kids on the block can do. And then the Night Marcher Esports, you have Aspect, Falls, Revenge, and then Mills. I've had the pleasure of casting Mills last season. He's an absolutely phenomenal player. Has been a submachine gun. Not sure if he's going to maybe switch it to that flex. I know he has brought out the AR at times, but definitely a submachine gun you got to be watching out for as this series does go on, because he's absolutely an incredible search and destroy player. We'll see what he can get done. But talk about the maps here. We got Fortress, Mercado, Hotel, Mercado, and El Asilo. When going into a map like Fortress, this is one where it really just, well, this game is one you really have to focus on your rotations. If you do not get it, it punishes you. Teams are able to lock it down for a full 45, full 60, and hopefully after this update, everything runs smoothly, and maybe a little bit of a spawn update. Not 100% sure. We'll have to see how that affects the gameplays. But the Hills, I'm really looking forward to see these teams be able to lock down. It will be the Gallows, the P2, and then it will be the P4 in the Cannons or the Museums. I like to call it the Cannons Museum, whatever you like to call it. But that is one you're able to just hold on to a spawn, lockdown. So many lanes a site is so difficult in a game like this, where slide canceling got completely taken out. Yeah, you can bunny hop maybe just a little bit, but you are not breaking cameras. This is an AR heavy type of game. Some machine guns are few and far between. So if you are a good one, you need to be able to have that presence for the squad. But those ARs, you're going to be having 2 to 3 of them, usually on the map, not necessarily Fortress, because there are a lot of those close quarters situations. So when you'll bring out the submachine guns, maybe a little bit more on that P4, on that Museum, because since it's just so close-knit, you want to have those submachine guns being able to win those close-range gunfights. But we all know how powerful the M4 is, so we'll have to see how that one turns out. But talking about the map number 2, it will be Mercado S&D, and this is kind of one of those maps where you just have to be so decisive, especially in search and destroy. If you aren't, it just means death for your team. You have to all be on the same page. Hopefully these teams, after a few weeks of scrims under their belt, they have at least a base strat they like to go to, feel comfortable on the map. But again, there are a lot of new teams coming in this season, so we'll have to see, getting their feet wet in the Call of Duty competitive scene. So we'll see if they bring out any new strats here on Mercado. And then of course Control, kind of a snoozer. I think Control should get swapped out for a different game mode. I'm always for bringing back CTF, and I hope that will be the case in the future. But Hotel is one where you'd have to be able to lock down that B site. That is going to be the most crucial point to be able to capture. Once you get into the restaurant, everybody spawns so far away, you're able to cap up that A site relatively quick with a 2-3 stack. Nobody's able to get anything going, since all you have to do is literally just lock down these 2 doors with ARs and maybe the middle that pushing through. But going into map 4, it's going to be Mercado. This is literally the most strangest hardpoint map, since there are 7 hills, but there are multiple hills that are literally right on top of each other. In particular, the P2, which is in the plaza, in the bottom of plaza, and then P5, which is in the top of plaza. Makes absolutely no sense. I honestly think they should cut out 1 or 2 of these hills. It just kind of feels so uneven. It feels wonky that it's at the bottom, then at the top. But when you get those are those full 60 type of hills, because it is so difficult to break in, because there's just not many avenues of approach that you can take. You can take some side routes, but they have all these doors covered. Not to mention when you're trying to get up top, they have literally 2 points of entry. You don't need to look out necessarily the windows, but the ARs are still able to lay down those long lines of sight, especially if you're watching the middle of the map. And then if we end up going to the distance, it will be El Asilo, a search and destroy map that's probably the slowest map in the entire game. I would say teams really like to take their time, get a feel for where everybody is on the map, get that information, and see if they're able to maybe push a bomb site relatively quick, which quick plants I think are always a key to success in a lot of search and destroy. If it works, just keep doing it until they decide to adapt their strategy. I think that's the biggest thing that some teams decide to do. Like, hey, we got 2 bomb plants down. They're probably going to expect a fast hit. I say just keep going until they can stop you. Make them prove that they can. But these two teams, like I said, it's going to be the Night Marchers Esports going up against the Asgard Okami. These teams are, I think, slowly getting ready, slowly trickling on into the lobby. But I hope everybody is ready for some incredible Call of Duty action. The National COD Amateur Association doing a phenomenal job. And I want to give a big shout out to the producer, Cal, who is behind the scenes. He's the one running the stream. I'm just going to be the caster. I'm going to be giving you the best content that I can. But still, while we are waiting for these teams to load on into this map, I think we're going to cut it to a short break. are finally loaded on in here as we have match one of Asgard. Okami will be sticking up with the main man Pain, but I believe it is Sky who is that IGL, is that leader. We will happen to go to elicit in as this game goes on, but it will be Iconics, aka Mills, stepping up, grabbing that first blood, as this has kicked off a little bit of commotion going on there at the P1, but a lot of times teams are just really fighting for map control here, fighting for that rotation towards that P2. Falls, bringing out the Vaznek, or I just call it the 9K, as he will find a few shots. Teammate does happen to clean up a few more kills. Falls finds one, but it will be Sky working his way back on into the hill, gives a little drop shot. Big shout out to MW3 Days. No more slide canceling. It is all about the drop shots as Sky looking like Sky's out there for the New York Subliners as he's trying to snap onto everything. It will find the 6 in a row already. A streak is earned. I believe that is the SAE, or maybe it's the next one coming down the way, but he's waiting for Aspect to potentially peek his head, but he goes out, takes the challenge, and though it will be full streaks for Sky as he is still working his way. He is shooting everybody in his lane of sight. Revenge, he will double him up. Falls finds the third, and there you have it, all 4 dead coming on in from Asgard. What looked like to be a potential break here early on. The P2 does eventually get shut down. Revenge on 3 in a row, not able to find any more, but as I say that, it is Iconics left sitting on the hill, looking to find one, not able to do it. He will tag them both up as he was waiting for his teammates to run through those double doors. They will find the kills and get the rest of the scrap, but coming on in to the P3 pool, the rotation once again will be there for the Night Marchers as they are cleaning up the scrap. And the one thing I've definitely noticed while watching some pro scrims is that it is so difficult to push these hills at 25-30 seconds because you force yourself maybe to flip, or even at 15 your entire team will get spawned on out. So you have to be so aware of when you can push and when you have to stop. But Marchers, they are looking so dominant here as it looks like it will be coming in through the courtyard, through the smithing area, as number 7, it will be Revenge, finds that opener. He will take down one. Falls on the defense as well with the Semtex. Nobody able to do anything as Revenge is just switching up the corners, but he will find a second. Finally, he will get taken down, but Marchers making this look so easy. And like I said, this is one of these games where you are able to lock this down for a full 60. Teams have to essentially get a clean wipe to be able to break on into this one, as the Night Marchers, they find themselves up by about 65 points here early. Yans finally working the middle of the map, finds 2 with that M4. And now all the way, it will be going on in, I believe, to the bottom of Museum as he is looking good in the courtyard. Yans finds a 4th. And so far, this is the type of map coverage that you want, but maybe if they've pushed a little bit too far out, it will give them the back spawns, but no. Jans does get taken down at 4 in a row, so no streak secured prize. Trying to watch the back steps. Unfortunately, he will drop as well. And finally, it looks like the Marchers, they are finally cracking through this defense. They suffocated them on all facets of this area of the museum. Sky maybe trying to find an opening, but again, the trades are there, and the Night Marchers, they are looking so dominant at the moment. The kill feed, it lights up white, and again, just going to be able to pick up this last 20 seconds of scrap is going to be massive. You can see it. Iconic sitting at 9 and 4. Revenge 11 and 7. The submachine gun, that is what you are looking for at this in this map. You want to be able to dominate that type of positioning as Iconic. Oh, he does get taken down, and a few good shots come on in from the Asgard. And finally, the P5, it will pop, and it will be at the blacksmith area. Sky trying to hold the cross. Unfortunately, might have given it up at the wrong time. Pride, though, with the pre-fire, takes down 2, finds a 3rd, and Iconics. The man is a one-man wrecking crew out here as Pride 7 and 3, or 7 and 8, 3 in a row. Unfortunately, it will be Revenge. The last member, the last straggler, does find one for his troubles before he gets taken down in the back. Asgard trying to work their way back after about an 80-point deficit, and they are slowly but surely getting it done. Aspect, oh no, the shot's a little shaky like a recovering alcoholic, but he will end up going down. Revenge finds another 2, and again, this last few seconds of scrap just allow them to elongate that lead for the Night Marchers Esports, and after the first set of rotations, it is roughly a 70-point game as he's going to pop that dead silence, maybe find an opening here, but I'm curious how the comms are sounding. Let's go to a listening with the Night Marchers Esports.
Bottom are dead, bottom are dead. One more stable.
One's top maps or something.
The stable's got through to open. That's him.
He's top maps, weak. Good shit.
What the fuck is that?
That's a precision, that's a precision.
Oh, like, damn, this guy's shooting nukes at me.
One more weak on gates.
I'm looking. He's inside truck.
Yeah, inside truck, I'm almost gates.
Where the fuck are you, Charlie?
Yo, I got a trophy for you. I'm holding your D-back.
I'm right there. Wait, bottom art, dude. Oh my god, I have my knife out. Hitting bottom art right now, Pain.
Waiting for bottom of my dad.
Pride in P1.
Waiting for P1 guy to
Come on, you're close. Here you go.
I can get P1. He's going bottom art.
And what a solid listening. You can tell they are feeling good in the comms. Everybody, I mean, I will not repeat some of the words that they said, but everybody was challenging out Revenge. I believe he ended at 6 in a row. As we head on to this P2, everything was looking so good for Night Marchers as they continue to rock and roll. And finally, yes, will this be the opportunity? He finds his 3rd in a row. Can he get this break? But everybody is just going off for the side of Night Marchers. Then Yaz, though, maybe trying to slow down that pace as they were sitting down by 100 points as they slowly try to work this one back. But again, the rotation, who is it? It is none other than the Night Marchers. Asgard Okami, they finally break that 100-point marker, and I'm curious how their comms are sounding. Let's go to a listening with Asgard.
Great P1. I got one. There's 2 more. P1.
Take our time. I'm top air now.
There's one jump up.
I'm heady. Stage heady. He's literally just staying there. He's like close left. Nice try. Wait for each other. We can try to nade him off time.
City,
Where's he time? He's behind. You can get his trophies out. There's you, Till. Crossing right. One shot on the gate.
Stand on Tom.
Chat Tom. You win this. That's fine. Nice try. I'm going out right so they don't force out.
Yeah, don't let them push out. Dead.
Barricading.
He knows I'm here. Going out left. He's gonna go top barracks, guys. Nice, good kill.
Absolute on fountain.
I'm watching top barracks right now.
One jump down.
One's out P1.
He's gonna get it.
Yep. Just hold him in.
Mid.
And there you have it, the comms coming on in for the side of Asgard. Maybe not as vocal as that other team, but you could feel it. Jans was trying to at least just lift the spears because they find themselves down in the depths here, as it is only 18 seconds needed for the side of Night Marchers to be able to close this one out. Pain having a little bit of a slow game, sitting at 10 and 20. He's trying to be the super soaker by getting a minute in the point, but unfortunately falls with the angle, and that could be the dagger as he's looking to find one more, and he does as the teammates work on in through the back, and that should be it. They get the clean 4-member down. Only one guy able to make the play. It might be Jans. Can he find an opening? No, he will not. 3 seconds left. Pride flies on in, but to no avail, and that is it. Night Marchers making that map 1 on Fortress look easy as they close it out 250 to 128. Ooh, my goodness, the submachine gun Revenge. Look at this man fly across the map. As you can tell, he has got the gunny, finishing 28 and 16, almost 3,000 damage. On the other hand, you have the AR Sky, 25 and 21, 2,900 damage as well. Unfortunately, not able to do enough to allow his team to come through, but this just all came down to the rotations. Nobody on the side of Asgard was able to slip on through, and that's the whole thing with this game. You maybe need to send 2 or 3 and just have to win the scrap battle, and they were not able to do so. It felt like the last 15, 20 seconds always went the way of the Marchers as they were able to close that one pretty handedly, 250 to 128, but coming into S&D, a completely different mode, and this is where you really have to change up the pace of the game. You could just tell that the side of the Night Marchers were just flying out, taking every single gunfight, especially Revenge, and you're going to have to keep an eye on that in this Mercado S&D, as you just simply can't do that in a lot of these situations, and you're going to maybe have to play this one slow. If you're on the side of Asgard, let them play into your hand and get this one done, and I do expect a bounce back from Asgard. I'm expecting it to be a little bit closer at a 6-4, and they should tie up the series at 1-1. But hey, like I said, this is just the first glimpse of the National COD Amateur Association. Like I said, give a big shout out to the admins helping out in the chat, trying to at least get these games scheduled with everybody and make sure everything is on course, as this league is broken out into 6 stages. The stage 1 is going to be the quickest one because we're trying to get it done before all the holidays hit in the middle of December for Christmas, New Year's, all that fun stuff, so everybody can just have a good time and relax and not necessarily have to worry about competing. But you know, these teams, they want every single point that they can earn here in this stage 1, propel themselves farther on in. Like I said, this is a marathon, not a sprint. You have to be able to adapt with the game. As you imagine that the M4 might get G8 here in the next month or two, there's going to probably be a different AR. I expect the Scar to maybe make a comeback. I know a lot of players have kind of run it as a flex or that long range AR, but the M4 is so versatile. You can run it at close, you can run it at far. So either going to be a nerf or I think it's going to be G8. But before we head on in to this map 2 Mercado S&D, we're going to cut it to a short break. And here we go, loading on into the map to Mercado. It is the side of the Night Marchers who are up in this series 1-0 as they took down the side of Asgard in that hardpoint map 1, Albagara Fortress, 250 to 128. So you're hoping for a bounce back if you are Asgard. As we're going to stick off with Falls. He ended that game, that map 1, relatively hot, so we're going to stick with him. So he's going to be the Lone Ranger here on that B site. But trying to watch the middle of the map, it will be Revenge as he does put away the submachine gun and pulls out the AR. And oh, look at the little slow peek by Payne, and he will get that opening B. Should be a wide open bomb site. Revenge going to be the only player in position to be able to find anything as he does tag up one. But unfortunately, he does get back down, and again, it will be Aspect. He will fall to Pride. Now to 2v4 situation. Revenge working his way around back. Does pull out the Scar. Shoots a tiny bit too early. He's trying to find this angle. As he's going to check the corner, and oh no! Pride just makes him look silly and iconic. He is out a 1v4. Good luck. Have fun, my friend, as you aren't going to have anything. But my God, Pride just absolutely demolishes. Falls off the face of the earth. Making it look easy. Yans will clean up the final one, but I love this strat, and that's kind of what you have to do in Search and Destroy now. It's a little bit tougher to run those routes. Hotel might be the only map that you can run some good routes in S&D. Mercado, there are a few lanes you can do so, but everybody usually able to lock them down relatively easy, but you're going to take numbers when trying to go onto a bomb site. And look at this. It's going to be a 4-stack all the way to A. Trophy is out for the side of Asgard. Iconic, he tags up one, but takes a few shots as well. Pride will find another opening onto Revenge. That's 3 in a row for him, as he will sit at the bottom of the plaza, maybe whipping up a hot cup of joe. As the patience maybe starting to pay off on the defense. Asgard feeling pretty good. Payne going to maybe back himself up. As unfortunately doesn't shoulder check it, or shoulder checks it a little bit too wide. Aspect will find the second, and that will be Pride. That's a big kill. Finds a third. Sky will fall. Yans now in a 1v3, and this is going to be the most difficult bomb to be able to retake. And he will get sniffed out. Night Marchers, they respond with a dominant offense of their own. They tied up at 1-1. I think if you were the side of Asgard, maybe play it even slower. You don't need to maybe change up your position. You had pretty good spots holding the cross and maybe just peeked a little bit too wide. Allow the numbers to get to even. You're going to go back and look at that one and be like, got to be a tiny bit smarter than that. As Asgard, where did they decide to push? And it's going to the A site this time. It's going to be a 2-2 split. 2 watching middle. Number 5, Revenge. Throwing out a few shots, will not connect. Number 2 does back up. And I'm waiting for this gunfight to come down between Aspect and maybe number 4, which is going to be Pride, the bomb carrier. Being able to switch that up is so crucial in some of these amateur leagues. You have to be able to make the other team guess which player has the bomb. You don't want to have the same person every single time because they're just going to isolate, and once they know that player is taken down, they know exactly where that bomb is. And they were getting a feel that the presence was a little bit too heavy towards A. So they decide to wrap all the way back, and number 7 falls in this position once again. Will he win the gunfight this time? Does hear a stun come out. He has number 5, Revenge, watching it. Gets one. Will get traded out. As Revenge, he's taking a few shots onto Yans. Does decide to slip on back to the middle of the map, but 10 seconds left as Sky with the sniper, the MCPR 300. The bomb, is it going to go down in time? He will get it. Now 1v2. Pride takes Aspect down to 6 HP. The 1v2. Shots coming out. Aspect trying to find any type of opening, but they are sitting together as he's pre-firing every single angle. I just do not think he'll have enough time to find either of these players. He's going to work his way in through bottom warehouse, but unfortunately they are both ready and waiting. 3 offenses in a row. Asgard, they have taken 2. I'm not sure if anybody's checking, but the game sound not working. Unfortunately, we'll try to get that figured out for you relatively soon here. Decide to go back to Old Faithful, back to that A site. And again, it will be a 4-man stack. 9 marchers. Utilities tossed out. Don't believe anybody was able to get their Pride. Going on the outside of Plaza, and he might catch one. Trying to be sneaky, no, but Aspect, he was ready for the gunfight. He will win it, gets traded revenge, though. Also given the return to sender. A good stun check will not actually connect, but it doesn't matter. Falls wins the gunfight. Yans in the 1v3, he has to work quick. Finding one of these openings, he needs to win this 1v1. As Revenge peeks it, and unfortunately, the shots again a little bouncy. As it is 4 offenses in a row, both teams favoring one site. Marchers on the A, Asgard on the B. I just want to put in everybody's ear again. Predicting a 6-4 to Asgard, but it is Pride who is getting all the kills for Okami. 9 marchers. Aspect, he will be that first blood deal maker. And Pain, that will be the 4th first blood for Asgard as they are winning those battles. But Iconic, he will just fly out from the top shelf as he will take him down. Gets it back to even at 2 apiece. Sniper, oh, he gets a few bullets on him, but it doesn't matter. When you are looking down the barrel of an MCRP, as Yans, he does happen to cross Aspect, the one player that you want alive here in this 1v2 situation. Kind of taking a little bit of an off angle here. But now he's going to work all the way over to the side. He's trying to watch onto this site. Should be able to catch one. He's going to wait for the timing, and he will grab it. Number 3, what does he decide to do? Sky, I believe your only option is to maybe go hunting here, and he's going to pop the dead silence. Picks up the bomb. Oh, and Aspect, he doesn't want to challenge. No, he needed to hold the trigger discipline. Unfortunately, he let a few shots fly, and he did not have the right weapon for the job. Sky, he gets gifted as he just flies through. Takes him down, and Asgard, they will get the first defense on the board. Or no, excuse me, that was another offense. Five offenses in a row. This has been a slobber knocker of a match here so far. Looking like the 2018 Rams versus Chiefs. If you don't know it, go and look it up. Wow, how did he get to this angle? Everybody right now taking out their notebooks. But unfortunately, maybe with the positioning, not with the gunning, but either way, Sky still happens to find it. Unfortunately, he will get hunted down. The trade immediate. To 2v3. And look at number 2. See, he's working his way to the back. This is Jans. He's being so quiet. He doesn't have dead silence to work with. And he could get so much information. Night Marchers, they didn't get the bomb down quickly enough. So Jans can just play this one slow. They're maybe expecting the flanker to come through, but 25 seconds. Number 1 has the cross, so Payne knows that nobody has gone over quite yet, and he should find this kill. He grabs it onto Revenge. Oh, he just missed another player. Laying down. They pass each other like ships in the night, but no, Iconic. He does happen to find it. Falls. He has to pick up this bond, and he does get checked. So the bomb will go down. Payne. Can he clutch the 1v2 on the defense? And he does not have dead silence to work with. Trophy in hand. Will he check this corner? He will, unfortunately. It is again another offense coming in for the Night Marchers as they have gone to this A site 3 times in a row. And just maybe a little bit of a misplay. Jans, he didn't see the other player laying down in the courtyard right next to that flower bed. Everybody pretty even across the board for Asgard. 3 and 6, 4 and 4, 3 and 4, 5 and 4. And that's exactly what you like to see in a mode like S&D. And again, they're going right back to this B site as Revenge, he finds one. And this time they do happen to stack it. Revenge helping out his teammates, and this should be a defense. Jans, though, grabs one. Is he able to dip away? Yes, he will. Dolphin dives out. A potential to find a 1v4 and maybe try to catch a player sleeping, but no, he does not. It's number 8. This might be the only 1v1 that matters here. So I'm not sure if number 7 got that information that Jans crossed over. He's laying down in a good position. Jans not ready for it, and Night Marchers, they will finally take a defense and take the map lead at 4-3. Playing that one patiently, but I love that adaptation that they took in the warehouse. They realized they were throwing 2 members at it, double challenging the player up top. You put one down low. They weren't able to find a trade, and you get an easy 3 kills for Night Marchers. Those are those mid-game adjustments you love to see out of these teams, able to figure out what that other team is running on the other side. But will Asgard be able to do it this time on defense? As again, it's another 4-member stack. You do have 3 members here. And there it will be Payne, or Pride, excuse me, finding one. Aspect does find it onto Sky, but a little bit of an overzealous challenge from Payne. Aspect doing so well and finds another one as unfortunately he gets caught with the reload. Now back to a 1v2. Jans putting another good situation to clutch, but he does get tagged up by that nade, so they have the information, have a general idea of where he's laying. As, oh my goodness, I'm not sure. Oh no, Iconic, the line sight! Oh, there's nothing he could have done! Jans! He crouches at the most opportune time to find that pick. Pops the dead silence. When does he decide to check this bomb? Or is Iconic just going to play for the kill? He's going to pick it up. He's expecting the challenge. He's expecting it, and Iconic! He will get the win as Night Marchers. We'll get back-to-back rounds, maybe 3 in a row for them. Got a little dicey at the end, but Iconic, he was the player I said to watch out for, a.k.a. Mills. Getting it done, putting the team on his back as he sits at 7-3. Sniper comes on out. Sees one cross, does not connect. But this time, finally, Asgard, they're going to switch it up. They're going to go for a quick plant here at A. I don't think a bomb has gone down within the first 45 seconds of any of these. A good stun check coming through. But they're playing this one so slow. You have to work this bomb plant or else you're just going to allow that team to be able to suffocate you, and the numbers come through. They played it patiently or played it a little bit too slow. Aspect finds a second, and now once again in another tough spot, it is Yans looking to clutch a 1v4. He's going to pop his dead silence. Wolf should find this kill, and he does. Expecting a challenge. But you need to play this one slow. Oh my goodness, Aspect does get a challenge, and he's going to go out with the ego. Night Marchers. They win 3, maybe 4 rounds in a row to close out the Asgard Okami on the map to Mercado S&D. As unfortunately, I think Asgard, they actually won the first blood battle 5-4. Unfortunately, just not able to capitalize on it. And in that last round, if you get bomb control, get the bomb down. That is the biggest thing I have to say for a lot of these amateur teams. When you play it a little bit too slow and you're maybe playing for a pick when you have an open bomb site, that's not necessarily the best idea, because you can have a lot of that other team. They have all that information. Hey, they didn't push down the middle of the map. They're not pushing towards this other site. So we all know that there's at least 3 members most likely on that site, and they just slow peeked it both at the same time. They won their individual 1v1s, and giving them that edge. Tip my cap to the side of the Night Marchers Esports as they do it in the S&D as well. 6-3 in that one as they find themselves up 2-0 in this series. We will be heading to that hotel, and just the way that the slave power has been going to Aspect and Legends, you just have to give the side or the edge to Night Marchers as they, like I said, they finished 4th last season. This is a team that maybe switched up one player in their roster, so you can tell that team chemistry, it is at an all-time high for these guys as everybody slowly loading on in to the lobby. But before we head on in to this hotel map 3, we'll be back after a short break. And on the last limbs, it will be Asgard. They find themselves down here 0-2 in this series. They do not want to take an 0-3 loss in this pool play week 1 to Night Marchers, but it is looking so dire here. You can tell there are glimmers, shades of hope for the side of Asgard. Unfortunately, they just need to start this one off hot as Payne. He might be the player to maybe find an opening. Unfortunately, does get caught down here on I think it's the Greenberg Hotel, or Breenberg Hotel, as it will be Falls the Lone Ranger here on the A site, but this is guaranteed usually a cap once you get 1 or 2 kills, because you can just hold the doors, and it's so hard to win gunfights. You have no idea which table, which booth they're going to be hiding behind, as A slowly but surely getting capped on up. Payne, though, will find one onto Revenge, kind of watching the backside spawn. And look at Aspect winning another ludicrous gunfight. He will finally get traded, but still, A getting capped up as unfortunate Nate comes out. Falls not able to win it. Sky works in through Courtyard, finds the middle. Few shots ring on out. Iconic will happen to take that one. B fully locked down by Night Marchers, but you have 1 minute and 45 to work with. And you also have the lives on the side of Asgard, so you can maybe play around this just a tiny bit. Take your time as Falls brings out a few shots, peeks a little bit too much. Yans also gets taken down on the trade. Skies with the headiest. He sits at 5 in a row, starting off hot like he did in the map 1, I believe. He went on a 7-kill streak, 7-1, I believe, to start off that fortress, as Payne getting wall banged. First tick should come through, and it does, as he's watching the backside, and great job from him. Tries to go on challenge, unfortunately too many areas to check. Sky finds one. Sky finds a second, as he should be streaked out as well. That could be the game deciding plays. He's trying to stay alive, wins a third. Are you kidding me? This man putting the team on his back. He's still hiding behind this tiny little table, as he will finally go down the wall base. But look at Pride as well. Finally starting to get the rhythm here for Asgard, as he finds a third. Not again. Asgard, is this the momentum shift? He even gives him the little left, right, left. No, no, no. As he will go down before the fourth. Yans, though, it just feels like the pressure is coming on in from Asgard, as they are not going for the caps. They are going for the kills, and now 3 lives remaining, no respawns. That's 11-3. This is doable for the Night Marchers, but they have to play it smart. Aspect, he does find one. Oh no, he finds a second. Revenge finds a third, and now you're going to be playing against the clock. Asgard, they maybe got a little bit greedy. Bit off a little bit, much more than they can chew. Revenge finds another. 3-7. Do not tell me Asgard is falling short at the finish line, as they might be. Sky, can he get to the point in time? No. And are you kidding me? The Night Marchers 3v13. Oh no, a full collapse. Oh, Asgard, you got to be kidding me. Oh, that is just heartbreaking to watch. Oh my goodness, if you are Asgard, you're just maybe mad that you didn't have a player sitting on the hill the entire time, as they only got 4 ticks. And remember, it's not about the lives, it's about the ticks. And already an opening 3 kills. Falls was on 5 in a row. Or still is on 5. Apparently the streaks don't carry over in the scoreline. And already 2 ticks of progression at B. Pride, he's taking this long route, finds one. Will he be able to find the second? And no, he cannot. And already the toughest site about to be capped up, but Payne goes massive. Will Revenge get it just in time? Anybody there to contest? And no. And already Asgard, they are feeling the pressure. They are feeling the death grip of Night Marchers. Slowly squeeze around their necks. No! No, that didn't just happen! Balls! You didn't just disrespect that man like that! And he is still winning gunfights! Yams! I mean, you might need to hang up the sticks after that one because that was a little bit ugly. I mean, not a little bit, a lot of it. And this just feels like Asgard's entire series. They have been so close to maybe coming away with a few gunfights. A round win here or there, but they just fall short. Revenge, he is flying through 12 and 7, mate, and 13 as he will drop. Night Marchers, they are surely looking like stomp the yard out there. Nobody standing in their way. And Revenge, he gets a nasty 3-piece to end it. Unfortunately, he will go down. I'm seeing some of the comments in the chat, and all I'm going to say, they aren't wrong. As Aspect, unfortunately, having a little bit of a slow game here, 5 and 14. And it will be Pain once again opening up hot, but oh, Pride with a nasty drop shot, and this should be some clearance onto B. And they're going to immediately hop onto this site. You do not want to have another situation like you did in the first offensive round. First tick is done. Falls is sitting on 5, will get cut short of 6. And a streak does get used, and it actually won't connect. I'm not sure if the trophy system happened to block it, but the second tick comes through, and the third tick in short order as they have all these lanes locked down. Aspect wins 1, but there, Asgard, they get a much-needed B capture. Aspect sitting at double negative, 8 and 16. But right now, all I'm concerned about is Asgard. Are they able to close out this round, at least get an offense on the board? Let's go to a listen-in with Asgard Okami.
On bedroom side, they're gonna spawn bedroom side. Nice, good job.
We can time.
Yeah.
I have their whole side cut off. They're literally spawning right side. They're spawning by bedroom. They have to. You're mid.
Anytime.
Yo, there's one close by freeze.
One's on our spawn. Dead.
Nice, good job.
Yo, one shot
double
freeze.
arches, double arches.
They're close left.
Got the guy mid. One guy freeze. One guy freeze. Freeze, one shot. Free one shot. Freeze one shot. One on time on me.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to hold their mid.
I'm gonna die here.
Freezer dead. Freezer dead.
One's on time on me. One shot. Going chandelier. Nice, good job. We're missing one. Missing one.
Front double. He's coming
Front double. Nice, good job, Pride. I'm nading your left side. I have your left side. I have your left.
Your mid's good. Your mid's good.
I'm just.
I have your left. Someone pick up mid.
Keep comms
You
going.
can
Keep
probably full
comms going.
flank.
Mid.
Mid's
I have
good.
left.
Mid dead.
I have your left. I have your left. Left. Ah, yeah. That's done.
Close right.
Close left. Ing right. Right and left. Right and left.
There's two left. Two left.
I spawned super deep. I spawned bedroom. I spawned bedroom.
11.
We're good. We're up literally 8. We're good.
One double.
I'm going chandelier. Give
I
me a
spawned
second.
deep luggage.
Please not desk. I didn't see desk. I don't see flank.
Freezer somewhere.
Another listening with Asgard, but one thing I do want to point out was Yans at the end of that said, hey, we're up by 8, let's not worry about it, but you guys were up by 10 or 11 in the first offensive round, and once again, it might be that opportunity for somebody to go massive. Falls, he has to allow himself to regen, but unfortunately that nade will connect. One goes down, and oh, no respawns remaining, but the A site, anybody able to make it there? The contest comes through, but not for long. Asgard, they get a much-needed rebound here on the offense. And I love what Pride said as well. He said, hey, let's keep the comms flowing. Yans being that clear IGL. And the one thing that I love to hear in that call, it was saying, hey, we have 3 dead. We're looking for 1 more. That is the true sign of a player that is really trying to put the team on his back right now as he sits at 15 and 14. But everybody actually pulling their weight. Payne sitting at 6 in a row. 18 and 16. Night Marchers, will they have another dominant offense like they did? As we sit with Payne, maybe trying to find one more kill to get full streaks. And not necessarily the best map for him. Finds one, and he will get it in the middle of the map. That's Revenge, as he will find Iconic as well. Does happen to Dolphin dive his way through as Jans comes out and cleans up another aspect, though. Working quickly onto that B site. But he is completely surrounded, trying to find any type of opening. They are searching for him. They have no idea. They're just going to give up this A site. Aspect does happen to find one. Nobody looking to challenge number 4, though. Jans might be the only player realizing that, hey, there's one player left, and he does happen to win the gunfight. So A, not quite capped up. Payne finds another onto Falls. And so maybe just kind of delaying it slowly but surely, not throwing lives away. They are playing it relatively clean. And that is 3 members down. Iconic. He works all the way into the backside spawn, so this is going to be a full flank from him. He's got to give the information for his team. Maybe try to find a pick or two to allow themselves to work out of their backside spawn. Jans knowing there's maybe one more player close. He's going to run on by, but the kills, they keep lighting up for Asgard. Jans also on 5 in a row, so he's looking for streaks. He's going to pop his Deddy. And he didn't happen to reload his M4. I'm not sure if he realized. He's going to pick up the Vaznek instead. Will happen to find that kill. 1 bullet left in the clip. He gets tagged up, and oh, the movement looking pretty nifty, unfortunately. Just not enough there. Iconic. Maybe finding this opening, and that is 3 members dead. It is Pride. Last member left alive. As they need to hunt him down, but Falls, he needs to be wary of where those spawns are coming on in from, as they are going all the way back out towards the broken side of the hotel. And now 1 tick. Possibly the second coming on through here. Yes, he will. Revenge does happen to get his grenade off, but just at the last moment, Asgard finds the opening. Iconic still being a nuisance here in the back. Do they decide to leave him? And number 3, Pride off the spawn. He will try to go hunting. But this is just being so annoying. Everybody kind of holding these cruddy corners. Pride, though, winning a massive 1. Revenge finds another player onto the point. Going to be a 2v2. Asgard does have the live advantage. Revenge finds another. But 25 seconds left. Night Marchers, they only need 1 more tick. Revenge finds a second. Revenge finds a third. Pride again, the only player in position to make a play, and he can't do it. Revenge on 5 in a row. The final tick will come through, and the Night Marcher Esports will take the home opener for the National COD Amateur Association in the Control 3-1, but they get the series done easily in a 3-0 clean sweep. Woo, what a series that was. Everybody trying to go all out. Aspect really not doing a whole lot as he sits at 17 and 29. The damage total I don't think is accurate because I saw some people with 21 kills and only 800 damage. But congratulations to the Night Marcher Esports as they close this series out against the side of Asgard Okami for the season opener. Week 1, bracket 1 or stage 1 for the side of the National COD Amateur Association. But let's give a little quick Graph the Giraffe recap. We go back to the map 1. It was Albargara Fortress, as it was clean all the way through. The rotations were looking good as the Night Marchers took it 250 to 128. we go on into the Mercado S&D as it was constant offenses back and forth as it was 7 in a row. But finally, the defense is what came through for the Night Marchers. They were able to win 3 straight as they closed out the map 2 in a 6-3 Mercado fashion. You go in to the map 3 hotel control, and it looked like Asgard, they had everything going for them in the round 1, but I think they were, after they lost a 14 or 15 v3, they lost all their steam in the offense. They were not able to get it done. They only got 4 ticks, but they got shut out and lost the round in a 15 v3 with basically a minute left. An unfortunate turn of events, and that just allowed the momentum of the Night Marchers to carry them in to the victory, go into port as they took the control in a 3-1 fashion and close out the series in a 3-0 sweep. But if you are Asgard, this is nothing to bat your eye at. They looked absolutely incredible. I think in the control, just a few minor mistakes that just maybe threw themselves away in the control. S&D looked relatively clean as well. Maybe get the bomb plants down a tiny bit quicker. But if you had to go over and look at the players on the side, pound for pound, Night Marchers, they had the submachine gun advantage. Revenge was looking absolutely incredible. Falls, he was popping off 3 pieces. Iconic doing it in the S&D along with Aspect, taking a lot of 1v2s, getting doubles to allow those numbers to be equal or give them the numbers advantage. Asgard actually won the S&D First Bloods in a 5-4. They just need to be able to capitalize on their kills. But everybody, one absolutely incredible stream as this home opener comes to a close. Night Marchers again take it in a 3-0 fashion against Asgard Okami. My name is Graph the Giraffe, also known as Dax737. Make sure you guys go check out my socials. Twitch is Graph the Giraffe. Instagram is Graph the Giraffe. And I believe the Twitter is somewhere on the stream. It is at Giraffe Graph. Go drop a follow. I will drop a follow back. But guys, make sure you give a big shout out to everybody running this league. Cal in particular also being the production man behind the scene, allowing this stream to go as smoothly as possible as these overlays look absolutely incredible. Tip my cap to him and make sure you guys go give a big shout out to the moderators because I know they work hard night and day to try to please you guys if something goes wrong. But again, I appreciate you tuning on in to the opener of this season for the National COD Amateur Association. My name is Graph the Giraffe, also known as Dax737, signing off for now.